My dad used to say that failing to prepare was preparing to fail. So for me, my whole career was the exact same way. So the night before a game, I ate the same food. I went to bed at the same time. I got up, I ate the same breakfast. So the routine and the preparation, some people call it superstition, but it's a routine.
Especially younger generation, they were not allowed to say, I want to win the US Open, because they were told, oh, you can't say that because, you know, Novak and Rafa and Roger, we're all playing, so they are the ones that can say that. You're not allowed to say that. But I think, you know, the end was very emotional.
I just believe, and I got a game plan. You always got to have a game plan. Even like everybody in this audience, you know, what we slacking is this. We have to go back to the old school, pen and paper. We have to write our ideas down and sit it right there on the nightstand. And you got to see every day, you see certain goals. You can write down 10 goals. And then in 12 months, if you ain't accomplished none of those goals, then you're running in place.
In hindsight, it seemed like a struggle, but at the time, I was still getting to do what I loved. And so it wasn't about the cashing in, or it wasn't about the perks and extravagances. It was more like, I get to go skate for a living, and I'm paying the rent. I'm providing for a family, barely, but it's working. I enjoy my work.
She always talked about how difficult it is to break into Hollywood and how to have a positive attitude and to just, you know, study hard and not to listen to the naysayers and all those kind of things. And the most amazing thing about Lucille Ball was, as tough as she was really a sweetheart of a woman.
I'm just focused, I'm just committed. You know, when you say to yourself, right, you know what you've got to do, right? We all know what we've got to do. We say to ourselves, I should do it this way, or I should do this. And when you don't do that, and then you carry on, you feel, you know, like I always say, doubt is removed by action. So if you're not working, then that's where the doubt seeps in. So
Flasher getting behind defenses, running at players. So I remember the first time my conversation with her was two things. Was in the midfield third, you're just trying to maintain possession. That's it. You're not trying to play make, just trying to hold the ball for us to get up. And then up front is stay high as possible.
Because you cannot be yourself 100%. Listen, kind of, you know, people, for example, like you, it's nice, make me feel proud. It means that you are good, you are talent, you are the number one. I think I'm good, but I think my main strength, it's my mind. I think it's my strongest point, it's my mind.
You kind of got to get over yourself. Like, it's not about you, man. Like, oh, okay, you feel embarrassed. You're not that important. Get over yourself.
That's where you go.
Get over yourself, right? Like, you're worried about how people may perceive you, and like you're walking around and it's embarrassing because you shot 5 air balls. Get over yourself. After that, it's okay, well, why did those air balls happen? Got it. High school, year before, we played 35 games, max, right? Sustainable. Are these leaders people that you believe in? Are they people that are obsessives? And in turn, have they created a culture of obsessiveness? So I tend to look at those 4 factors, and that's it.
That's big right there.
Golf club.
Ever.
The last thing you're going to do is get me on a golf course and annihilate me. I'm not going to do it.
You've never picked up a golf
club? No, I did it one time, and I was hitting like 400-yard grounders. And so it got my competitiveness going. Like, I got to learn this game. But then I broke my finger during that year, and then I couldn't play much, and that was it.
I never thought like I was sacrificing anything or doing something different. That was my life. To be a good athlete, you got to be selfish. And by that I mean people around you, your wife, your family, your kids, management, whoever. They have to understand that your focus during that time is what you're doing.
Follow what you really enjoy doing, and that will be your success. Because if you enjoy going to work every day, that's the biggest success that you can imagine.
You know, because that creates, it puts her in a more dangerous position. It just opened up space for so many more people.
I do. At the time, I didn't really understand that, right? So, you know, basketball for me was the most important thing. So everything I saw, whether it was TV shows, whether it was books I read, people I talked to, everything was done to try to learn how to become a better basketball player.
Bodyguard. He has no eyes, though he sees. He has no ears, though he hears. He remembers everything with the aid of mind and memory. When he wishes to create a thing, he just orders it to be, and it comes into existence. It's God. Oh, he's my bodyguard. He's your bodyguard. He's the supreme.
My head got big, and I started thinking it was my training camp and my boxing ability that kept me where I was at, and God punished me, and he gave me a good whooping. He broke my jaw in the second fight, and he got me whooped and knocked down in the Frazier fight, and I realized I wasn't that great after all. So I had to get not only together physically, but spiritually. For this fight, I prayed every day for 5 days, 5 times a day for the past 4 months. And everything is perfect. And if Allah's with me, it ain't no way no man can win. No way. Because I'm representing God. I'm representing the freedom of black people in America. I want to be the one black man who stands up and look at white people and tell the truth, who don't sell them out, who don't Uncle Dom, who don't promote cigarettes, don't promote whiskey, take his fame to uplift his little brother in the ghetto,